Now, are they going to hear us first, the roosters, or the dogs fighting on the porch?
Hot mic, hot mic.
Right.
They're gonna hear D's nuts.
Welcome everyone to Slow News Day Live. My name is Steve Boykin, and I am coming to you from the Humboldt Hills. I am joined by my better than your co-host, Glory Jones. What's happening, dude? How you doing?
It's happening.
So we are going to be playing as it airs part 2 Project Veritas's HHS and more vaccine whistleblower series because of the nature of the subject, topic at hand, material, and also, let's be honest, the outlet where it's coming from. We're not going to be able to do the watch along itself on YouTube. So we're going to put the Rockfin link in about 25 minutes. And then we're going to kill the stream here on YouTube at 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. When Project Veritas drops the video, we'll do the watch along. We'll discuss it for about, I don't know, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. And then I got a jam. I'm going to be doing the Deep Share podcast at 6 p.m. my time. So I got to be out for that. And then I'll also be on Into the Microcosm with Jimmy Jean way the hell later. Holy crap, today's killing me, and it's stupid. I was on the air at 7:30 this morning and will be at 7:30 tomorrow morning, where I will be joined by none other than the big homie, Gordon Dimmick. And man, am I looking forward to it. Yeah, dude, tomorrow is going to be all Five Eyes lockdown madness day, because in the morning we're going to have Gordon, and then the afternoon evening show, we've got Michael Swift and Sean, I can't remember, is like both of them are Australians, Melbourne and Brisbane. And they've been on the ground eyewitnesses to all the shit fuckery going down in Oz. So we're going to have multiple eyewitness from around the world interviews tomorrow. Nobody does it like this. Nobody. So make sure you're a part of the show. I would say hit the subscribe button on YouTube, but why? Follow us over on Rockfin, where we're always going to be uncensored. Do that thing. And yeah, if you dig what we do, you can endorse the show over there. It's $9.99 a month. You get all the paywall content on the network. It's a fantastic way to support the show. The show is entirely viewer funded. We have a GoFundMe. The link is in the description. I will try to pull it up during the broadcast and drop it in the chat. The Cash App, PayPal, all that stuff is at Slow News Day Show. You can buy Sleepy Josh, our tech ninja, our beloved tech ninja, a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Bort, BORT. Other than that, man, we have a sponsor for the show. That's the QR code up over there in the corner above Ms. Gloria Jones. They're Matrix bars. Matrix bars. Huh? Yeah, you got it. 3.5 grams of psilocybin mushrooms per delicious bar. I would not assume that it isn't gonna work. For everybody that I've talked to that has eaten some chocolates has been like, oh shit, no, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, hella weak shrooms, and yeah, no, they'll use the B grade shit for the bite. No, you're off to the races. You are Matrix bars. MATRIXGENETIX on Twitter and Instagram. Go down the rabbit hole. Go feel some shit. Go get taught some shit. Do that thing. Have fun with it. We got going on over here. Oh, that's right. Frantic Missy wants to hop in on this. Remember Frantic Missy? That's only going to be
yeah.
comedy. That's only going to be comedy. It only is. I'm gonna throw her a link here in a minute. I forgot about that. What? There were a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Oh, could you grab that Twitter clip that I put in? I don't know, 20 minutes ago.
Okay,
In the element.
it's not too far.
This is Bill Gates earlier when a reporter had him on and managed to sneak in a question about Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I want you to watch Bill Gates transfigure into an actual weasel before our very eyes on camera when he starts to sputter an explanation out for this. It is absolutely wild. Go ahead, please, Jones, and push the play.
It was reported at that time that you had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, who, when you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution from minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction. Those meetings were a mistake. They didn't result in what he purported, and I cut them off. That goes back a long time ago now. So there's nothing new on that.
It was reported that you continue to meet with him over several years, and that, in other words, a number of
you can hear his sphincter
what did you
tighten
do when you found out about his background?
Eesh.
Well, and I've said I regretted having those dinners. There's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so in general, you always have to be careful.
Be careful.
I'm very proud of what we've done in philanthropy. Very proud of the work of the foundation.
Oh God, no.
The lesson would be get you a bitch who ain't gonna talk after the divorce. That would be the lesson, lady. I mean, dude, watching Bill Gates morph. He starts out with the little hand, literal hand wringing. It's gonna be good when he's reduced to literal hand wringing right off the bat. That's Bill Gates, a man who desperately needs another lemon meringue reminder that there are people who know what he's done. And
when he was like, "Oh well, it's dead, so it doesn't really matter."
Yo, that's some cold shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that some just cold ass shit? That is wild. Wild. Well, he's dead. Yeah. I mean, how fucking dude, I can't stress this enough. Bill Gates is an absolute monster. I want to give a big shout out to friend of the show, Garland Nixon. So we haven't even really talked about this, and we got a minute before this rolls out. So I do want to, because credit where credit's due. It takes a lot of balls to do this. Garland, for a number of years, was an ACLU board member and was trying to lobby, within that organization to get them to acknowledge Julian Assange as a prisoner of conscience, to basically get them stop being a goddamn cutout. And this is one of the things where, when you're in it, you probably don't notice until something really bad happens. Like the ACLU has made a lot of, I don't know, if you're on the inside, you could probably call them or excuse them away as missteps. Most of them, from where I've sat, I don't know about you, Jones, have looked like blatant narrative management and kowtowing to power in the face of a necessary situation where they should have gone a much different road. But I mean, it is what it is. But
I think
Garland,
that's a fair assessment.
Garland, over the ACLU's endorsement of mandates, of people being pressured to, coerced, bribed, forced into taking the jab, Garland walked from them. And hats off to him. Part 2, Peter Lustig, starts in about 20 minutes. We wanted to get everybody that's going to be watching over on YouTube in the chat. Wanted to get you guys, talking to one another, relaxed, in a good mood, and then we're going to give you the link to the Rockfin where we'll be able to play the thing, because if we play it here on YouTube, they will take our channel away.
We're getting yeeted.
So we're going to give you the link to the Rockfin stream, which, by the way, again, you do not need an account to watch. Anybody can watch the stream on the Rockfin for free. You can make a free account if you want to fuck around in the chat. I recommend turning the auto scroll off for your own fucking sanity. Make a free account for that. If you dig what we do, you can support the show. $10 a month. You get all the paywall content on the network. And we're starting to do some premium stuff now too. I think we're gonna do there'll be a premium show a week. I don't think it'll be the 2-hour knockdown drag out. Holy fuck, did we really just say that shit that we had with the Convo Couch at like fucking, between the hours of like 2 and 5 a.m. or whatever the fuck that was.
I don't even
think
know.
that's going to be a regular feature.
I'm just like, I gotta go cover a protest tomorrow morning. My computer's about to die. Like, should I hop out?
Bro, I mean, dude, well, we were trying. I mean, legit, for like the last hour, probably. We were like, okay, we're going to wrap up now. We're like, no, I love you more. I love you more. Okay, bye. I'm going to hang up now. Okay, you hang up.
You know what's funny is before that stream started, you deadass said it was only going to be like 20 to 30 minutes.
I really did, and I did not mean to be 100% full of shit on that. Ooh, LMH. Damn. ACL FTWSTF. Oh yeah, American Civil Liberties for those who submit to fascist orders union. Damn. Fuck, dude.
Just doesn't have the same ring to it. I think it has a nice ring to it.
So, but on that though, we are going to be able to talk to Katie Stoppelman yesterday, who does the Truth Clothing Company, does the merchandise for our friend Ryan Christian, Last American Vagabond, and she's going to be doing our very first t-shirt run, which will be able to start doing pre-orders for this Sunday, when we sit down with the editors of Off Guardian, which is going to be awesome, you guys. Off Guardian, of course, the UK's like only sane media outlet of any substantial size. Maybe some of the stuff that Matt Kennard and them are putting out, but like on the entire UK larger media landscape. And I definitely consider Off Guardian to be a part of the larger landscape, if definitely not part of the mainstream. Those guys are just, oh man, they're keeping everybody sane over there. Really are about the only people putting out any sort of rational information about this march towards technocratic fascism and complete medical tyranny. And one of the few outlets to talk about what needs to be talked about, which is that these jabby jabs are a part of making human beings dependent on antibodies from those drugs and the destruction of the human immune system.
Yep. Well, and it's part of the Great Reset and the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Now, I know those two things aren't new things, but COVID-19 is undeniably a part of those agendas. And it said so by the shapers of those agendas themselves. So,
absolutely. Costello and Zox, thank you very much for the super raise. Appreciate the hell out of you.
it is
And
always appreciated.
it is. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, I was way dabbed out during that show. Yes, 100%. During the after hours
of the show. He's literally like mid dab hit during his opening. Y'all should have heard it too. It was like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Look, I work hard, I play hard, and sometimes I do both at the same time. Okay? I am a free man, and I will dab as I fucking well please. It's really hard to do the morning show on a dab, though. It is. Probably won't be doing that. Oh my God, that's sad. LMH, my decades-long favorite anti-fascist punk band Propagandhi, is now playing shows at venues that require proof of vaccination without a word of opposition. I could cry. I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. Propagandhi was the shit, too. I've had so much fun at those shows. The entire punk world, the significant portion of the music world that was normally anti-authoritarian just as part of the genre has bought into this wholesale, and it is just so heartbreaking. It really is, man. And to be at a point to where Ben and I were talking about this the other morning, I think, where Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, who went like super hardcore evangelical right wing to the point to where he is now like one of the voices of reason about mandates, about forced inoculation, about, you know, hey, we actually do have this thing called the Nuremberg codes that are, you know, kind of being just eviscerated here. Maybe we should do something about that. When we're all at the intersectionality of, you know, the most devout, regardless of what brand of belief system, and it's like, it's us, you know, over here in the, let's say, extra legal community, and some of the most, you know, wholesome, law-abiding people on the planet, but who also believe that God's laws are much higher than the laws of man, and that there are things that you just don't put into your body. And it's this weird, I don't know, weird landing spot. What do you think, Glory Jones?
You're me. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like so many people at this point are just cucked. But I mean, in terms of the last statement that Steve said, I think that's a similar, not necessarily the universal sentiment behind a lot of anti-mandate opposition, but you know, a predominant sentiment in America, at least, is based on the fact that, you know, God's laws are nature's laws or the laws of nature are higher than government's laws, are higher than whatever rules a state entity can impose on you. So, yeah.
So here's where it gets interesting now, because, and we've made this point on the show a handful of times at least, to where when people truly believe the marketing, it makes your false flag that much harder to pull off when you're trying to use them as natural set dressing for it. We saw the perfect example of that on January 6th when unarmed people broke into the halls of power and largely stayed between the velvet ropes, were posing for selfies with the security forces of the people of the halls of power, those that didn't, throw tear gas or shoot flashbangs or actually murder a lady. And by the way, the people who are running around online or in real life who claim to be anti-fascist or anti-cop or anti-state, who celebrate the murder of Ashley Babbitt as justified, who are, just over themselves in fucking absolute joy anytime the cops beat the shit out of a right winger or a Proud Boy or anything like that. Those people, not only are those people pro-fascist, they are guaranteeing that they're going to get the fucking shit stomped out of them by the police the next time they show up. And that's why I'm convinced that for every 106-pound black skinny jeans, pink haired, fucking Coke bottle glasses having warrior in Antifa, there is an equal or greater number of cops. It's just there. Nobody but cops, Glory Jones, are that fucking stupid.
I think that's a genuinely good rationale to come to that conclusion. But yeah, I'm just like, oh God, it's just like such a large portion of them are either like, you look at them and you're like, oh, you have to be an op, or it's just like they're constantly cucking themselves. And yeah, it's quite frustrating to deal with.
So, I mean, and where this is concerned, where not just individual liberty, but bodily autonomy is concerned, no one, I don't care what political ideology you are, I don't care what your ethnicity is, I don't care what your religious background is, no one is going to freely enter into a situation on purpose, willingly, where the three things they automatically give up before they ever walk into their door are informed consent, public debate, and liability for anyone involved in the process but you. No one's going to do that with anything else. So why we have allowed, not ourselves, because you and I'm assuming the people who are watching across these platforms, aren't buying into this bullshit. But like, why people have allowed themselves to come now this far to almost October of 2021, where it is clear that this is not about your health. It is truly a testimony to the incredible propaganda effort that this has been.
It really is. And it shows. You're right, just how far we've come in being propagandized and falling for different mechanisms of propaganda coming directly from, the people who are real enemies.
So I want to call attention to friend of the show Tessalina, Tessa Fights Robots, because she is an incredible writer, and she's got an article. I'll drop the link in the chatty chats here in a moment, up from the other day. That discusses the blue ocean strategy, something that I'm not a business guy. You can tell by our lack of fucking any kind of successful promotional anything throughout the almost 3 years of this show. With 3 years into it, we're just now releasing our first fucking t-shirt. Doing great. The blue ocean strategy is a business strategy that proposes creating a brand new market out of thin air and dominating it. Blue ocean, as opposed to trying to compete in an existing market in ocean red with blood. Here's how it applies to natural immunity, because again, you guys, we have 5 minutes before this video drops. This agenda is all about erasing our natural immunity. A healthy person with a natural immunity might be a happy person, but a 2021 biotech entrepreneur who views the human body as a market to dominate, he is a sheer insult. From the standpoint of that entrepreneur, replacing the default natural immunity of the past million years with a fully artificial tool that requires a subscription throughout one's entire lifetime, see variants and boosters, is desirable. Replacing the default natural immunity with an artificial tool is a very successful case of creating a brand new market, artificial immunity market, out of thin air, a lifelong subscription to artificial immunity with an ever-expanding range of necessary upgrades is a lot more profitable than some rookie traditional shop selling vitamins. Even better, if artificial immunity destroys natural immunity, customer loyalty is guaranteed. See how elegant? What's your take on that, Glory Jones?
Sorry. I like Tessa's writing, because it's always takes a very spiritual and kind of philosophical angle on everything. So just falling in with kind of the greater trend of what she identifies within her writing. Yeah. I definitely think we need to have really a turnaround in our values in order to kind of stop that kind of shit. And for fuck's sake, like, bring back natural immunity already.
Well, and this is something that Charlie touches on in his book. By the way, if you guys missed it this morning on Slow News Day Morning Edition, which is totally a thing that we do now, I had the pleasure of speaking with Charlie Robinson, author, host of Macroaggressions, fantastic podcast, fourth of the hosts of Union of the Unwanted, my good friend. He's got a book out called Hippocrazy, and it's excellent. It is. I got to read most of it. He sent it over yesterday, and oh man, the way that he specifically breaks down, like what you were alluding to. You guys go to the Octopus of Global Control and download the online for the digital version of that book. It's good stuff. It is. Dude, there's a whole section in Charlie's book on wokeism, and this is something where we've seen convergence of sort of, the woke agenda, the pharma agenda, they've married. They have, to the point to where, like, there's a whole fucking Facebook circle that tells people who you are. That's like, I don't trust the government and I'm double jabbed. Like, that's a thing. It's a thing that people are saying.
The thing is, like, It's like I have a healthy distrust of the government, but I'm vaccinated.
I have a healthy distrust of Mussolini, but I'm going to buy a villa in North Africa because I feel like he wouldn't wind up going there. He's just gonna stay fascist in Italy. Feel like North Africa's the place to be. I do. As we're a minute or so away from Project Veritas releasing their second whistleblower video. They, according to them, according to their Instagram, this is going to be someone from the FDA. Project Veritas has been getting all kinds of shit for the first video, and of course, all kinds of media attention. I have plenty of mixed feelings about that outlet in general, and about the way that they've handled a good chunk of their releases, but they're also sending people in undercover to places where nobody else is, and they're getting footage that nobody else is. So
there we go.
Okay, so I'm going to grab the Rockfin link now. Again, you guys, you do not need an account to watch on the Rockfin. If you want to participate in the chat, you can make a free account. If you love us and you want to support us every month for $9.99, you can do so, and you get all of the paywalled content on the network. This is when I fumble for like 5 minutes trying to figure out how to get us off of YouTube. Oh, hey, look, there we go. So everybody,
I'll read the
hit that Rockfin link.
Get over
Come
there.
and see us over there. We're going to be starting the watch along for the Project Veritas whistleblower